All right. We are live.
Oh,
Hello, hello.
whoa.
Always love going live with you.
All these beautiful friends.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
I love being in your company always, always, always.
Aw, you as well. And the loft. My goodness, when we walk in, everyone just takes a deep breath and settles down. It's amazing, that space.
Thank you. Well,
Mm.
I love sharing it with you, and that's why I am doing this live with Cyndy Paige. I'm here at the Landenberg Loft, and Cyndy has taught many workshops here and classes, and she is coming this weekend for two different events, a sound healing immersion on Friday night for anyone who wants to come and just completely melt away and feel the frequency and the vibration and the love that you exude when you play. Your music and your presence is unbelievable. And then you're going to be offering a, is it 2-day workshop? Yes, to become a sound healer. So we just decided to do this impromptu just so that you guys would learn a little bit more about it, because we kind of decided on this last minute and it's a busy time for people. But if you happen to be available, you are going to really enjoy what Cyndy has to offer. So without further ado, I wanted you, Cyndy, to share what it is that you're going to be offering this weekend.
Oh, thank you for your your lovely words. They mean a lot, since you've actually done these numerous times with me, probably both in a private setting and a circle setting. So I love sound. I love sound, because when we mingle our love and our compassion, our desire for unity onto the sounds that we are creating, that is felt so powerfully in the world. And this is a beautiful thing to be doing at any time, but sometimes more than others, we feel the need in the world for consciousness and love. And so that intention, our feelings, our emotions, that is the consciousness behind sound that makes sound healing, as opposed to, listening to the television, as an example. So Friday night, I love that word immersion, because that is what it feels like. Friday, so many different layers of sound will be offered to the folks that come, and it is a beautiful way to experience a profound release, because part of the evening is the chakra clearing that I offer privately. And we do that in that circle setting, and it's really delicious. There's something that happens in the circle, in the intensity of the people in the circle, the being together piece, the amplification of our energy of togetherness. Something happens there, and the rest of us get to feel that circle. So that's Friday, and Friday is very much about 4 hours of healing, truly, one layer after another. It's not interactive. People just snuggle up and receive. But for those who are also interested in the master class, Friday gives folks an opportunity to feel into how I use sound for healing. People get to actually, folks are usually deep in their experience, but they could still feel into what is this, and how am I feeling this way, kind of a thing. So Friday's an opportunity to just be in that beautiful space and receive sound. Saturday and Sunday is the master class, and that's where I It is a combination of both the mental and the cognitive and the scientific principles of sound healing. And for me, the most important aspect is to now take that principle or understanding and do an experience that has us bring that principle into our bodies so we feel it. And this, I feel, is you know, the difference between getting something on the surface, honestly, mentally, in my humble opinion, and feeling it in the body. So it is a certificate level course. I am offering another weekend to folks who choose to learn how to bring this to another person in a, you know, in a one-on-one sound healing session. So there'll be a lot of mentorship and a lot on ethics, how to be in someone else's field. We'll do a little of that this weekend, but we'll have an intensive 2 days of that for folks who are really stepping into making this part of their practice.
And I did it with you. I think it was February of this year.
Mm.
And it was more than what I thought it was going to be. And what I realized is that you don't have to be a professional musician, you know, and one of the things that really stood out to me, as you said, it's really the intention in your heart with the vibration or whatever that you're playing, or even just a hum, just humming. When you think about a mother humming a lullaby to her child, that's sound healing.
It is.
And it was really neat to see how each one of us in the group shared different aspects of which instrument were we drawn to. And I have this little, I wish I had it, it's right behind me. I think it's an anklet that is kind of, it's like a Moroccan anklet. And when I just jiggled it a little bit, and it has like this Tinkerbell sound to it, just like this very gentle, soothing, healing energy. And I used that when I was working with my person on the table. And then I just intuitively picked up just some bowls, and it was a lot easier than I thought. And now I'm incorporating it into some of the practices that I do when I have gatherings. And it's not like it has to be some huge thing, but I can bring another piece, another element of sound with that intention of my heart space into my offerings, and it adds more value. And it's, there's something really beautiful about it. And learning from you and just watching you do your magic when you work with someone, it's profound. It really is. And on the Friday night, I just remember I typically, when I host something, even though I wasn't doing it, I'm kind of thinking, okay, what's going on? Is everyone okay? And I remember just absolutely melting, just, I couldn't, and I fell asleep, which was really good for me because a lot of times I wasn't able to relax that much. And I think by the time I got to my heart chakra, I was out. But you had said, you know, you're still receiving the frequencies and the energy. So it's, you're so skilled at what you do, and your presence, your love, your soul are just invaluable to this world. And I think you had quoted something about the world needs more. It's not about being successful. The world needs more healers in this world. And however that looks, it can be as simple as bringing some sound into someone's life. Like when I go visit my mom in long-term healthcare, I'll just put on classical music on my phone, and I know she immediately like, she just enjoys that. And it just changes the whole frequency of the room and the space. And so I'm honored that you're going to be here. I really am. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. And you create such a beautiful space for this to occur within. I've never been in a space with as much intentionality as you created that place, that space with. And I remember you talking about the intentions that are written behind the paint and on the timbers and on the drywall and whatnot. And just so there it is right there. It
Mm.
is the sound of those intentions, the vibrations of those words when you wrote them in that space, and that is felt. Same with sound, felt, even when we're no longer listening auditorially, we
Mm.
can feel that vibration.
Mhm.
And thank you for reminding folks that it's not about staying consciously aware, because the soul is listening, even if we are asleep. Our higher selves, we're listening,
Mm.
so it's okay
So
to go
true.
to sleep.
Sometimes that's the best thing ever.
That's right. That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
and did you want to share about your energy sessions that you're also going to be offering?
Yeah, so I have opportunities for private chakra clearing, and that is again an immersion into sound. Folks are laying on a massage table, and you know, instruments are all around. I never know what I'm going to pick up. I'm just intuitively drawn to a tool or a sound or a bowl or and folks, there's a great deal of intention in the chakra clearing about releasing what no longer serves us into the consciousness of love. And we do this by focusing very intentionally on each chakra. So that's one session that's offered, is called a chakra clearing. And then another session that I love to share with people is the soul retrieval
Mm.
ceremony. And that is, both of these are about energy medicine. One is using sound, and one is using maybe more shamanic techniques for connecting to energy. That we may have, I'll use a psychological term here, that because people understand it. So we have something that happens, all of us do. No one is immune from life happening.
Mm.
So life happens, whatever that looks like, small trauma, a trauma we can't even remember anymore, and then the really big ones. And sometimes we take a little of our energy and we disassociate it from ourselves. We sort of leave it, in a sense, in the memory of that trauma. And in the soul retrieval ceremony, we are really bringing home that energy, which is like a gift. So we don't re-experience the trauma. That's not important in this particular work. What we're looking for, that may have been this energy that may have been set aside, is the energy of a gift,
Mm.
of life force, of essence, energy. And so we energetically bring that home.
Mm. Love
Mhm.
that. Like I've heard it called like shattered pieces of ourselves that we push away. And like you said, it's a drain on our energy force. And we may not even be aware of it, but when we call it back home with that loving intention, we become that whole being that we're meant to be. I've been working a
Mm.
lot on that this summer, just really owning all the aspects of myself that I have been pushing away over years or struggling with, and calling it, welcoming it back to myself for my wholeness with the most love that I can. And some days it's easier than others.
That is true.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
conscious, you're listening, you're awake.
Yes.
This is all we can hope for, is at any moment we are awake to the potential and the possibility of
Yes.
our lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I will be offering private sessions on Friday and Monday.
Okay.
But also, when I come back pretty
Mhm.
much every month.
Mhm.
Next month will be the beginning of bear medicine, and we'll do that at the loft. We'll
Okay.
do a 2-day retreat, 23, 24 September, and then back again in November to build drums. So, there's this beautiful flow in Pennsylvania that
Nice.
pulls me back, even
Yeah.
though I'm living in North Carolina now.
Yeah, I know. Cindy lived right around the corner and I was sad when she left, but I'm so glad that she comes back. And
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, wonderful. Any other closing remarks or anything that you want to say?
No, just welcome all souls, all souls. I love that you reminded us we need no experience. To be a sound healer is so much less about musical training and more about, can we emote? Can we step into love? Can we
Mm,
be in our hearts? Can we be in compassion? And
mm.
so those are the components that we show up with, not musical training. It's really very simple. I'll do a moment of sound healing for you.
Okay.
Just one small moment. And it's as simple as coming into my heart, playing the heartbeat, and reminding you how incredibly lovable you are. Reminding you about your own magnificence. And when we listen to this sound and we breathe in our own innate worth and value, that is sound healing. So simple. And can be very complex with lots of delicious layers, you know. So, just one more small thing.
Yeah.
So, sound. Beautiful sound mingled on love. And there are those who understand that it is the harmonics of sound. Just a little bit of water in my bowl. And now I have. So the color of sound is the harmonic.
Love that.
So I hope to see lots of beautiful souls this weekend.
Yes, we're looking forward to seeing you if you can come. And I'm going to put the links for information in the comment section below. So you can reach out to Cyndy and she can give you all the details.
Thank you. See
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your week.
You too. Bye now.
Okay. Bye-bye.